What's up, guys? I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind. Before we get started, click that subscribe button down below, or up, wherever it is. It's probably down below. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. That's documenting my rewind to a healthy weight from being morbidly obese. And also, hit that like button if you like videos like this. So let's get started. I thought I'd pop on today and make a video about how I got started. I have had a lot of comments and questions on my social media accounts about how I got started. If you're just now joining my journey, I'm down 17 pounds in 2 weeks. Tomorrow's the last day of a short month. I started the middle of the month and I'm trying really hard to hit 20 pounds. But you know, it was February 11th and tomorrow's the 28th. So I'm hoping that I've hit 20 pounds, but it's such a short window. I'm going to give myself a little grace, but it'd be really cool if I did. But anyways, back on topic. Everybody wants to know how I lost 17 pounds in 2 weeks, essentially. Basically, people want like references or books or, you know, places that they can go to do their own research. Personally, I never really take someone's word for something like this important, especially without doing my own research. So I strongly suggest reading some books, following some blogs, just searching around for some info, you know, whether it be from my channel. I'm going to share what I've learned, but there's a bunch of other awesome resources out there. So do your research. The more you know, the less chances you're going to make a mistake or blow your calories, but your macros because you ate a food that maybe wasn't on plan or too much. So if you know ahead of time what you can and can't do, your chances for mistakes are pretty much going to be non-existent. It'll be a choice to make a mistake, you know, once you know everything. So I would suggest, my cardiologist suggested the book Obesity Code by Dr. Jason Fung. He also is a huge pioneer, I want to say, on intermittent fasting. So both those things, Dr. Fung's a fantastic resource. I'm going to post the link below, but definitely either read the book Obesity Code or go to the website. I'm not sure. I think it's thedietdoctor.com. It might something like that, but I will post the link below. Also, let's see. Oh, I follow a couple other YouTube channels and websites. My favorite, all-time favorite, is Keto Connect. They inspired me originally to hop on the keto bandwagon. So check out ketoconnect.net. They have a blog and they have a YouTube channel. And I also like a lot of recipes from Ruled Me. She has fantastic keto recipes. And Hey Keto Mama. So I'm going to post those links below. But definitely go to those if you need just a starting point. There's a bunch of good keto books out there. Definitely grab a book at the minimum. The main thought process is you stay below 20 net carbs. So basically take everything white that you've been eating, like sugar, flours, breads, pastas, all that white stuff, out the door. No, none of that's allowed. Meat, you're supposed to stick around about, the percentages are a little off. Some say 70% fat, some say 75% fat of the proportion of your macros in a day. So depending which one you're going to follow, but say 25% of that is supposed to be fat, and that's fat derived from eggs, healthy fats such as, you know, eggs, nuts, oils, just basically stuff like that. I'll post all the links below. And then some protein, like 20% protein. So that's like poultry, seafood, beef, pork, and then 5% carbs. No more than 5% carbs. So that, and those carbs are you're going to get from vegetables such as spinach, kale, broccoli, asparagus, basically lettuce, basically like the green vegetables. So again, white vegetables like white onion, white tomato, potato, higher carbohydrate vegetables such as carrots, all that stuff. No, can't have that. So just stick with the green veggies like green lettuce, green cabbage, kale, broccoli, spinach, asparagus, all that stuff, you're good to go. So anyway, and then you can figure out your macros for the day, which is very important because when you're going to a fat burning type lifestyle, you can't mix fat burning and glucose in the same thing. It's like you got to pick one or the other. So if you're going to be keto, you got to commit to keto versus if you're going to stick with the low fat approach to losing weight. You know, that's a completely different, you can't mix the two because then that's when there's how you get like heart disease, strokes and all kinds of the awful diabetes and stuff. So you don't want to mix the two. So first of all, if you don't know how to get your macros for the day, I personally love MyFitnessPal. It's an app. There's a ton of calorie counting or keto calculators out there. I just love MyFitnessPal. I think it's free. I've had it so long I don't remember. But MyFitnessPal. Then it'll ask you, you know, what's your weight, your height, your activity level, and then it'll go, bam, here's your calories. So for my weight, I can have 1,660 calories. So I know when I'm logging my food, I do not go over that 1,660 per day. And then it'll also, then of those numbers, 75% is fats, 20% is proteins, and 5% of that number is carbs. So that makes it really easy. Then you know how many grams of what in each one you can have. So, but I'll make a whole nother video on how to calculate your macros. There's probably even a YouTube video out here that you can find. But it's so important to not go over your macros because you could literally wreck the whole point of ketosis, meaning staying under 20 net carbs. You can throw that all away by one bad choice, you know, by accident. So if you calculate and you weigh and measure all your food, you can stay within that number. And plus, I know that that's the number that I won't go over. I don't even eat that many calories because it's so hard to eat that many calories when you're keto, because you take away so many food groups. It's really straightforward what's left. The veggies don't have a ton of calories and everything in it, so it doesn't add up. The fats do, so that's why you got to measure those. But I mean, in general, you're not eating so much of the other crap that you actually have to fill your plates with yummy food now, real food. So with all that being said, I do think you need to invest in a couple of tools before you get started. My number one favorite would be a kitchen scale. I weigh and measure all of my food. I usually convert it, I like grams better. And then that's another reason to use MyFitnessPal because you can log that all in once you've weighed what the actual item is. So if you're eating 100 grams of chicken, you can easily type in 100 grams of chicken. It logs it on your food log or food diary. It's so easy. And then you will be surprised when you actually log everything that you put in your mouth in a day. You'll be surprised the caloric makeup of what you're eating, you know? Plus then you can know which areas, okay, so I have 500 more calories today. Okay, well, I'll go have a handful of nuts. I'm a little hungry. Or, oh my gosh, I've got 20 calories left. Done eating for the day. Have some water. So, you know, that all goes hand in hand. If you already have excess fat, you don't need excess fat beyond. So I only need 1,660 calories right now to lose my 2-pound goal a week. I don't need anything beyond that because my body has stored the excess fat. I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. So don't go over those numbers. Stay below and maybe give yourself a little cushion either. If you exercise, you get to have more calories. So that's something to also think about. If you're doing like you go run a mile or something, you might get 200 more calories you get to eat. So there's another reason maybe you want to exercise. Or if you know you're going to do something, you can like reserve some calories so that you can have them a little bit later. If you know you're gonna go have a bigger dinner, maybe have a smaller breakfast, or you know what I mean? So, but yeah, get a kitchen scale. I will link all these posts of like which ones I use. So after you've read the book, you've read a couple blogs, you know what foods you can and can't have, you have a kitchen scale, you have, the next thing you want is like a measuring tape. You want to measure your waist, your arms, your hips, get all your measurements, because even though it may seem silly, or you don't even want to see the number, a month from now, say you are not losing like a huge number that week, you're expecting a larger number, and say you only lost 1 pound, or maybe you're expecting 5 pounds. Well, if you see that you're still shrinking everywhere else, you're obviously losing. The number on the scale sometimes gets tricky when you're on keto. So like you'll go a week or two and not lose anything, but you're still getting smaller. So that's why you can't really focus too much on the weight. It's not really a huge part of it. Focus on how your clothes fitting. Are you losing inches? So get some measurements. Use those for inspiration when you're having a weak moment, or you want to look back at how far you've come. And then once you've done all of that, you've got your tools. Now you've got to go through your refrigerator and your pantry and take out either donate anything that's unopened, give it to a family member, food bank, something. Get it all out of the house. No, don't keep any of that stuff in there, because if you're committing to keto, you can't use any of those ingredients. You can't use those sugars. You can't use those flours. You can't use those pastas, all that stuff you're not going to be using anyway. So either put it in a box and store it, donate it, give it to somebody, but get it all out of the house. Have it all so that the temptation is gone for when you have a weak moment, and out of sight, out of mind. When I open my fridge, I only see stuff that's on plan. So, and then with all that being said, one of my number one secrets to staying on track is meal planning. Set a menu every week. If you have, I'm a terrible planner. I'm one of those people that I think of stuff on the whim and I go with it. So that doesn't ever work when you're trying to lose weight, because it's so easy. If I didn't plan what's for dinner, I didn't pull any chicken out and pull any food out of the freezer, and I don't have anything ready, I'll go eat out, and then now you're eating out, which is a temptation in itself. 2, they sneak all kinds of sugar in your food. Even if you order something that's supposed to be keto or low carb, they pile on all kinds of stuff. So if you have food in your house and you have Monday's dinner and then Tuesday's dinner, and you have all the food to make those things, you have no excuse. It's right there. You just got to make it. Also, if I know what I'm having, I'll usually make 5 days. I'll make Monday through Friday, and on the weekends we figure it out. But Monday through Friday, sometimes when I make like my meat, I'll double up my recipe, and then the next night I don't have to cook the meat. I just got to whip up a couple easy sides. Or I'll just double my recipe and have reruns the next day. So making it so easy. So like on the days that I know I'm really busy, I'll go ahead and I'll make a bigger meal the night before and save it, and it's ready to go the next day. And I can't complain. I can't, have an excuse. So make sure you're doing meal planning, menu planning. And as some people go as far as like meal prepping, or like they'll have 5 days of food already done. And that's also comes in handy when you're trying to figure out your macros. You can figure it all out and have it all logged and all that stuff done for you. So if you're short on time, there's ways to get around it. And then you know exactly your macros every week. So it's like having a prepackaged dinner that you made. So anyways, do that. I strongly suggest that. Set yourself up for success. Don't open that door to letting temptation get the best of you, or letting stress get the best of you, or something like that. Like, invest some time in yourself. Here's one. This is one that you won't want to do, because who wants to look at yourself at your biggest weight? You feel big and gross, but take before pictures. I'm telling you. It took me like a whole extra week to even post my first before picture, because I'm like, oh God, I figured all the internet trolls are gonna be out and they'll just be so mean and nasty to me. But at the same time, I'm so glad I have that picture, because when I'm at my goal weight and I've rocked this and I got down to where I want to be, I can look back and see how far I came. It'll be a reminder how far I came, that if I'm eating all that crap and processed foods and, you know, if I eat that, that's what I'm going to turn into again, you know? So those before pictures are really just for, I mean, obviously they're just for you. You don't have to share those pictures. Keep them in a hidden folder somewhere, but to have them, and it's better to have them and maybe not use them down the line than to lose all that weight and then regret not taking them, because then you don't have before pictures. So take before and after pictures. I usually do, you know, a front shot, a side shot, and a back shot. And I'll post those right here of mine. So, let's see. Okay, another big one is if you're gonna, after watching this whole video and you still want to do keto, make sure you're committed to doing keto. Like, this is a lifestyle. If you're doing this just to lose like 15 pounds before a cruise, for one, that's not healthy. And two, what's the point? You know, like, this should be something like, if you plan on investing in yourself, losing all this weight like I am, I'm destined out to lose nearly 140 pounds. This is not something that's just going to go away. This is a process. It's the new me. This is how I'm going to live going like this day forward. So it's not something that I'm just going to go back to my old ways, because my old ways got me 140 pounds overweight. You know, it got me morbidly obese. They got me 309 pounds. I'm not going back to that. So if you commit to keto, commit fully. Like, research all the possible things you could possibly research. Make your best decision and decide if this is right for you. If not, you're going to waste your time. It's not just about losing weight. It's about improving your health, getting healthy, getting back to the way you used to be, you know, 10, 20 years ago, like being youthful. And it's so much more than that. So, and then there's a million other diets out there. You know, you don't have to do keto. I just like keto. I like the approach. I've never had such luck before as when I've tried keto. So fully commit. Don't half-ass it. Don't do it and then fall off the wagon. I've done that before. I'm so guilty. And it got me the weight back on my butt, because the old ways, the old me was not a healthy me. So keto, I fully am committing to keto. This is why I'm rewinding my life back to a healthy weight with keto, because that's how I eat now. So I would not even bother. I wouldn't even start this if you're not fully committed to keto. So let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I would love for you to let me know what you thought of this video by commenting. If you have any tips for other people, if you are new to keto and you have some questions, or you want to cheer me on. I mean, after all, I've lost 17 pounds in 2 weeks. So give me a thumbs up if you're proud of me, because I know I'm proud of myself. Like I said in a couple of my other videos, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm going to be here for a while, so keep checking back and subscribe to that new my channel and see how I do it. Currently, I'm like halfway through the week. I'm still feeling great. I can't wait to weigh in on Monday. And I hope that you found this video helpful. I would love for you to share with your friends. Part of the reason why I do this video, or this channel even, is to document my journey to help myself. But 2, to be accountable. And 3, if it inspires one person, I hope it'll be so worth it. It'll make me so happy. So turn on those notifications, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you, probably Monday will be my next video. So I will see you then. And once again, I am Jess. I'm 5'8". I'm on a mission to lose 140 pounds. And I am in week 2.5 right now. I've started week 3, I guess. So see you at the next video. Bye.